Today's episode, we're going to talk about AI and local SEO, how to enhance your remodeling business's local presence by combining those two things together. You know that local SEO is critical for the success of your home remodeling business. And with homeowners turning to online searches to find nearby remodelers, appearing in local search results is either going to make you or break you in your business. And so the higher you rank, the more likely you are to capture high intent leads and convert those leads into customers. But as SEO evolves, the strategies that you need to remain competitive are also evolving. And that's what we're going to get into today, because artificial intelligence has emerged as a game changer in this local SEO landscape. And so this is going to offer new tools and insights that can help remodeling companies like yours stand out in competitive local markets. And so we're going to delve today into how artificial intelligence is enhancing local SEO through advanced keyword research, content creation, and some other things that it's doing to give you more tools at your disposal and a competitive edge. But more than anything today, I want to give you a roadmap that you can follow to really improve your local presence online. So here's some of the things we're going to look at today. Number one, we're going to talk about the fact that local SEO is very critical to your remodeling business. It's just something you can't afford to dismiss. We're going to talk about the way that AI tools are streamlining the local SEO process. We're going to be looking at the need to create locally relevant content with artificial intelligence and how to use AI content generators to do that so you can work efficiently. We'll look at using AI to boost social media and reputation management. And then we'll also look at some of the future trends in AI and SEO to kind of bring things all together for you. So that being said, let's go ahead and dive in today and take a look at this topic of using artificial intelligence to really drive your local search engine optimization efforts. So when we talk about local SEO, let me give some clarification because, to the outsider, you just hear SEO and you think, okay, I want to rank on Google, but it's not quite that simple. When we talk about SEO, there are many components to SEO. There is SEO where your website ranks, but then there's also local SEO, which is not just your website, but that's going to be your Google business profile as well. And then you have voice search that goes into that. And now you have AI assisted search with knowledge cards. And then you have image search. And you have Q&A search. And you've got all these other interesting components that come into search. But when we talk about local SEO or local search, what we're really talking about is those searches that people are doing within that 3 to 5 mile radius, maybe 10-mile radius of where you are, that are very highly localized, distance-based. They're often going to really be working off of that Google business profile or what used to be called the Google Maps listing. And so these are the type of searches where somebody might be searching for something like home remodeler near me, or bathroom renovation in Wichita, Kansas. So ranking high in these searches ensures that you're reaching homeowners at the exact moment that they're looking to hire. In fact, one of the things we find is that searches done in the local SEO environment generally have higher buyer intent and a higher transactional value than just what I'm going to call a general information search that might be done where your website is coming up to rank. It's a little different than just a article content ranking type search. So when people are making these types of searches, there's a couple of trends, there's some consumer behaviors you want to be aware of. That more than half of all local searches are coming from a mobile device, just like this. It means that the person is actually on their smartphone when they're making that search. So that's an important thing for you to understand about these types of searches. And that means that as a business owner, you need to be catering to mobile users. So a search term or a search that's being done, like kitchen remodeler near me, is often coming from a very immediate need or a very strong sense of urgency. And what that means is it's going to lead to a fairly quick decision. That's why it's being done on the mobile device. And so because of that, you want to ensure that your website is mobile friendly, that it loads quickly, that it's easy to navigate. That's going to boost your chances of converting visitors into leads. Also, you want to make sure that your Google business profile is really well optimized, that all the information that somebody on their smartphone might be looking for in the moment, they can easily find on that Google business profile, even if they're not clicking over to your website. Now, additionally, recent data shows us that nearly 80% of consumers rely on search engines to find local businesses. So for remodeling companies, local SEO isn't just a trend. It's actually something you have to have if you're going to attract customers in your community and you're going to do it online. And so when you're competing for local market share, you've got to keep in mind your visibility in that space is critical. And so local SEO is going to allow you to compete much more effectively, even against a larger competitor. You see, unlike national search engine campaigns, local SEO is targeting a more defined geographic area, even down to the zip code. So what it does is it makes it much more cost effective for a smaller remodeling company to dominate within their local market. And with the right strategy, your business can rank above larger chains by capitalizing on local search optimization. Let me give you an example. Here recently, we've got a client in the Kansas City area. It's a one-man remodeler. He specializes in custom carpentry, but he wants to service throughout the Kansas City area. And so he is going up against some large remodeling companies. And so we used a piece of content to help him rank for a very high value term in the Kansas City metro area. And so you pull that term, we posted that piece of content in the middle of August of this year. It ranked number 1 2 days later, and just to timestamp this, it's December, mid-December of 2024. So here we are. Basically 4 months later, it still ranks number 1 for that term across the Kansas City metro area. And it's brought him a lot of visibility, even though he's a one-man shop and he is competing against much larger competitors. And so this is where local SEO really comes into play. And so a strong local presence is going to enable small businesses to outperform national chains within their own market. And what it's going to do, it's going to level the playing field for you. It's not a matter of do you have deep enough pockets. It's a matter of do you have a good enough strategy. And so when we talk about AI tools for local SEO purposes, we have to start with keyword research and optimization. That's where it all comes down to. Where are the opportunities and how can we use AI to find those opportunities and to exploit those opportunities? And so one of the greatest ways we can do that is we use artificial intelligence to identify local high-value keywords. You see, keyword research has always been the backbone of successful search engine optimization. But AI has actually revolutionized this process because AI-powered tools like Google's AI-enhanced keyword planner and Ahrefs can analyze millions of search queries to identify local keyword opportunities very efficiently and do it much quicker than manual research could ever do it. I used to have to go out and pay vendors to manually research this stuff, and it would take weeks at a time. Whereas an AI search can return this in a matter of seconds. And so this is just a very efficient way to make this happen. So what AI is going to do, it's going to take into account search volume, user intent, and competitiveness. And that's going to help you target the most effective phrases for your market. So for example, AI might reveal that kitchen remodeling in Dallas generates more traffic than similar terms like kitchen renovation Dallas. So this insight allows remodelers to fine-tune their content and marketing efforts to match the most commonly used local search terms. So you want to match up to where the demand is. Meet the market where it's moving. And then it's going to help you automate competitor analysis. So AI doesn't just help with the keyword research, it's also going to automate competitor analysis. So tools like SEMrush and SpyFu is one that I use almost daily, allow you to examine how your local competitors rank for specific keywords. What I love about SpyFu is they actually have a tool in there called Combat. And so you can take your website and you can pick what competitors you want to pit it against, and you put all that information together and it will actually match those sites and tell you where you have the advantage, where you overlap, and where they have the advantage. Pretty nifty tool. And so it allows you to analyze specific keywords, analyze the competitors' SEO strategies. It'll even show you their advertising. What ads have they been running? What ads have they been running that perform well? A great tool to just reverse engineer what's working in the marketplace and help you stay ahead of the competition by looking for gaps in your own strategy and looking for gaps even in your competitor's strategy and looking for those opportunities to rank for underutilized keywords. And then you're also going to be able to streamline your keyword implementation. Because once the artificial intelligence identifies the right local keywords, it can also streamline the implementation across your website and across your content. Because AI-driven platforms like ClearScope are going to optimize your content by suggesting where you place those keywords and how frequently you include those keywords, making sure you don't overuse them, that you don't get penalized for keyword stuffing, for trying to manipulate the system, if you will. So what this does is it leads to higher visibility in search results, and it ensures your content remains relevant and engaging to your audience. And, that's the key. You want to make sure that what you're putting out there is of value to the very people you're trying to talk to, the very people you're trying to reach as your customers. You also want to use artificial intelligence to create locally relevant content. And there are so many great AI content generators for local SEO. Now, let me give you this word of caution. Don't be lazy with AI content. If you go out there and you just, tell ChatGPT, hey, write me an article on kitchen remodeling, that's going to come back to haunt you. Because every article is going to start with, in the ever-changing, fast-paced world of kitchen remodeling, and it's going to use words like elevate and transform, and it's going to be so obvious it is just AI. You need to take some time to develop good content. Where AI works best is when it takes your expertise and builds on top of it. And so create high-quality, locally relevant content. It's going to help those search rankings. AI generation tools like Jasper and WriteSonic can help you with blog posts, landing pages, social media content. And they're going to help you optimize the content by including the right keywords, structuring it for SEO, and still they'll keep it engaging for readers. Now, for example, a remodeling company in Chicago could use an AI content generator to produce a blog post titled 5 Affordable Basement Remodeling Ideas for Chicago Homes. The tool would ensure that the content is optimized for local searches, and it would improve both its relevance to potential customers and its ranking potential. And I just want to tell you that AI produced content, when done correctly, works extremely well. But think about the end user. It needs to be good for the reader and not just written to create content for the sake of creating content. It needs to be helpful to the reader. So be thinking about what are the questions you commonly get and create content around that. Be thinking about what are some of the top things that get searched. Create content around that. And so one of the things you can really train the AI to do in your content is personalize it. And so personalize the content with a local context or a local flair, a local flavor around it. Because AI's ability to personalize content based on local trends is one of the greatest strengths that it has. For example, a remodeling company in Southern California might use their AI tools to create timely content around preparing your home for wildfire season. And by integrating this local context, you not only improve your SEO, but you also create content that is relevant to your audience. And then your AI tools are going to help you track regional trends, local events, and even seasonal changes, making it that much easier to develop content that speaks directly to the needs of homeowners that are in your area. And so you become a very relevant source of expertise for homeowners in your area. And then, of course, there's social media management. And, social media management's a necessary evil. None of us have time for it, but we all know it's one of those things that helps move our businesses forward. And so AI can really help you improve social media management because you have platforms like Buffer and Sprout Social that use AI to schedule, optimize, and analyze your posts for better engagement. And then you can tailor your social media content to local interests. They're going to help you drive organic traffic to your website, improve your local SEO rankings. In fact, a well-timed post featuring local home renovation projects might receive more shares and comments, boosting your visibility online. In fact, one of the things we're seeing is that the search algorithms are actually looking for signals. And signals that they're looking for are social signals because they give validating proof that your website is worthy of the rankings that they may be giving you. So don't dismiss those social media signals. And here's a hypothetical example for you. Boosting local search rankings using AI. So in this example, we're going to look at a remodeling company in Denver, Colorado. And despite having great services, they've struggled to rank on Google for their most important local search terms. Their content lacked local relevance, and their Google business profile just was underutilized. And so they brought AI tools to bear on their marketing plan. They began to revamp their SEO strategy by using AI-driven tools. They started with SEMrush to analyze their local competition, to identify their highest traffic keywords, and to assess their content performance. And then they used Jasper. They created new blog posts optimized for local keywords such as best bathroom remodelers in Denver, energy efficient home renovations for Colorado winters. They got really hyper focused on the local, trends to push their content. They utilized ClearScope to make sure their keyword rich content was balanced and engaging. And then they used Buffer to manage social media posts that were geo-targeted for their local audience. And so what happens within 6 months, they see dramatic improvements in their local search performance, Instead of being, on the third bottom of the page on Google, they start ranking in the local 3-pack for searches like Denver kitchen remodel and basement finishing in Denver. Traffic increased to the site by 45% and leads grew by 35%, demonstrating the impact of AI-enhanced local SEO. And then there's some future trends in AI and local SEO, and AI and voice search is one of those. Voice search is rapidly changing how people find local businesses because everybody's talking to their smartphone. And AI is at the heart of that because homeowners and mobile users are increasingly using their voice assistants, Alexa, the Google Assistant, Siri, to search for services. And they're optimizing, the way they do things around those interactions. And so you're going to want to optimize your website for natural language queries that people are making when they're talking to those assistants. And so AI tools can help you with that. And then you have predictive SEO with AI, where the AI tools actually forecast search behavior based on real-time data of actual users. Then you have AI-powered image and video search. And so visual search is starting to gain more momentum, where a person can, point their phone at something and the AI will begin to give a description of what that is. And so you're seeing more of that. You've got AI-enhanced customer reviews and reputation management. So customer reviews are a backbone of the Google Business Profile. It's the main driver of Google Business Profile rankings and authority. And so AI tools like Podium and Bird Eye are helping companies navigate that process, get better reviews, flag negative reviews when they come in, and manage that review process better. And so AI is transforming the local SEO process. The real question is, are you utilizing it effectively? And so if you need help, developing an AI strategy for your local SEO efforts, here at Remodeling Marketing Team, we would obviously love to visit with you about developing that strategy. So you can schedule a strategy session with us. There's a link in the description for this episode. And I want to thank you for joining me again today and look forward to having you on the next episode with me.